Okay, let's just jump right in. What do we look at this morning? Anything interesting? So I'm obviously gonna keep my eye on pharmaceutical solution and Bintai because they started dipping after quite a good run. So I expect another day of dips, but let's see if it will give us any proper panic selling for us to catch a dip buy on. Same for Heng Yuan. First red day. Expecting another dip, but we'll just see what it gives us. Gloves came back a bit yesterday as well. HLT limit up, so we'll see if the volume can carry over. If the volume comes in and the graph looks nice, we'll be looking for a breakout on HLT. Probably not gonna play Super Max. The main morning stocks I'm gonna look at just the pharmaceutical solution, Bintai, and oil, Heng Yuan. Watching for any morning panics. For those that came back from work yesterday and saw big red day for both solution and Bintai, they might want to sell it into the morning session today. So I'm trying to capitalize if it can dip hard. A few minutes to the open. Understand that trading is risky. Learn the strategy before going in with real money. It's like solution is gonna gap down. Bintai gonna gap down as well to 1 ringgit. So for Bintai, the spot to watch for an entry is probably 96.5, 93 area, and 90. So this range between 90 to 96.5, it's a decent entry point, I think. So I'm gonna watch to look to add around there. Look to scale in my size around 90s, 96.5. For solution, there's not many levels to work off. Since it extended so much and it didn't really build much support here. I mean here. So the next clear buying consolidation is around 125. Let's see. 126, 125 in this consolidation. So that might be the spot to look for an entry. We'll just see who gives us a better entry, solution or Bintai. Heng Yuan looks like it's gonna gap down a little bit as well. 602. Watching for it to drop all the way to like 530s. Okay, market is about to open, so 10 seconds. We'll be watching solution Bintai and Heng Yuan. for any potential heavy sell-offs. Give it some time to move. 985 on Bintai. Not much volume right now on both the vaccine stocks. Okay, dipping a bit on Bintai. Very big sell order at 1. So I don't think it's gonna manage to break 1 at all. 7. Not really dipping as hard as I wanted it. It's already starting to rebound a bit, but I don't think this rebound will go far. Because all the sellers have not managed to sell what they want to let go of yet. Okay, Supermax, a bit of buying happening. Top percent gainer. HLT. Yep. Expected. In-time solution, not much movement as well, so not really confident to even try and enter. Slight recovery. Nope. Check out how the other glove stocks are doing. Let's give it some time. It might pull back a bit and we might find an entry there. Well, it did bounce on 965. But didn't get to catch an entry on this. Okay, I'm just gonna set an alert for a bigger move down. Since it cracked down here, I'm expecting a bigger dip until maybe 90 cents. At least 90 cents before I even consider entering. If not, in between 85 and 90 cents. Very weak. Very weak volume on both Solution and Bintai. HLT is still pushing quite strong. Compared to its counterparts, or the other gloves look like they are slowly dying. Little sell-off on Supermax. I'm gonna send alert for Bintai in case it dips. in case it follows yesterday's pattern as well, just a bit of recovery and then it just goes down. So at least I'll know if it comes back down. Hello. I think Top Glove is going to release their results today. So, their earnings. Yeah, there might be an entry on Supermax soon. It's going to be quite hard to time though. Selling is so hard on these gloves. Looking to enter around 803. If I can catch an entry. Looks like it's rebounding slightly. I tried to enter at 805, but my order did not fill. Yeah, I punched my order in 805. Should have hit 806, then at least there was a chance. Oh, solution, Bintai, giving us a decent recovery, surprisingly. Oh, Hengyuan, can you dip hard today as well? How hard can you dip? Can you imitate yesterday's monster dip? Looking for a 10% drop, so around 55, 54 area. Let's see if we can get that on Hengyuan. Drop to 54. Ooh. Luckily, I pulled out my order. Time. Actually, my order was sitting at 805. But I literally just pulled it out. Any possible dipperoons on Hengyuan? Hengyuan's orders are so thin. It's gonna be so hard to find an entry. Looks like there's a bit of buying coming on Hengyuan, but I don't know, man. Doesn't look strong. The selling is still continuing. I don't know. I don't think it can even hold this 5.8 level yet. Okay. Now it broke down. Now the first potential entry is off yesterday's bounce, which was around 570, 560 area. That's the first potential entry. But this the buying, I mean there's just very little buys. You can see that the buy orders is so weak, only 74,000 compared to 800k on the sell. So I'm just gonna watch for some more buying action first before I attempt to give this a poke. Looks like it's gonna break 870 as well. How much can it break? Wow, look at solution. Okay, 870 is broken. Maybe it will bounce around 8. Okay, I'm gonna look for an entry soon. Maybe around 865, 860 area. Like a bit of buying coming in. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit an entry. 0.75. Let's see if I can get any fills. Okay, I'm in for a bit at 8.75, but it's not much. So I took about just 6,000 shares compared to my usual 30,000 share size, but that's okay. Like there is a decent recovery. I'm holding 8.7k shares, which is quite a small size, not gonna lie, but I don't think I'm gonna add on to this. Entry about 875. So if you can pull up all the way to 6, I'll let it go. $6 look very possible. $6 looks very, very possible. Letting go a bit at 595. 595. Let's see if I got filled. Yeah, I got filled a bit. Letting a bit go. Holding 3,000 shares. Holding it for a break of 6. If not, I'm selling it at about 590. If it can't hold 590. That there is a decent size buy order at 590. Let's see if we can hold 590. 595. Okay. I want to see 6, but I don't think we can break 6 anytime soon. Unfortunately, I didn't get a proper fill on my 595 order. If not, this could have been a decent catch. Might just try to let it go at 594. Just get out of the position since it looks like it's quite weak already. See if I can get a fill. 594. Okay, got my fill at 594. 594 here. So I didn't get filled. That's unfortunate. But here are the orders. I mean, here is the trade that I took. So I tried to buy at 572, which is near the low, near the bounce. But I only got a partial fill. And then I tried to buy at 575, and then I only got a partial fill as well. 8.7 thousand shares, and total net is gonna be quite small, I assume. So just under 2k, which is okay, not bad, still not bad for a partial fill. If I filled even half of the size that I ordered, I would have caught slightly more. The percent dip for Heng Yuan is quite significant, 7% dip from 610 all the way to 570. So I tried to get my order in here, because I mentioned just now I will try to buy around previous bounce, and if it doesn't hold, I will try to enter around 540. So I hit my order here. Unfortunately, it didn't fill because of how thin the orders are. So earlier, the orders were like 60, 50 shares on the sell. So when I put in like a 100 or 150 buy order, I only get fill partially, as you saw. I only get fill like 66 lots or 21 lots. And I tried to buy on the way up, but the green candle you saw just now, it just shot up straight away. So that's the good and bad thing about dip buys. The good thing is the momentum. If you catch the right one, the momentum is usually very strong. So you can see that we pulled, I think, up about 5%, 4.5% within 2 minutes, which is super volatile. So the bad thing is that it's very hard to predict an entry, and when it goes without you. Even if you're in or not, it will fly. So maybe we can watch for a bigger dip on Heng Yuan. Maybe we'll see. Binta Solution managed to pull back, but consolidating here. So it has to decide where it wants to go soon. Whether it's going to continue up. Is it going to continue up? Will this be a breakout? A wedge breakout? Or will this break down? So we'll just got to watch for a while. If it breaks out, I don't think I will play. Just because of how much resistance there are from the previous 2 days. There's just gonna be a lot of bag holders, you know, around here. Whoever bought here is crying right now. Whoever bought around this whole selling area is probably trying to sell right here as well. Hence the same looking pattern. Whoever bought and sold here wants to buy and sell here as well. Oops. There's a lot of bag holders all around this area waiting to dump their shares the moment they reach break even. So I'm not too confident on the breakout. HLT, it's just not much to work off. Any big percent gainers? Public Bank. Oh, what? Public Bank. Damn. Public Bank. Why? Are other banks moving as well? Nope. What's with Public Bank? Why are they moving so much? Bonus issue. Oh, okay. Bonus issue. So they're gonna split the stocks. It's gonna be a stock split. So public bank will probably drop to like, if they do 2 for 1, it will probably drop to like 10 ringgit. 3 for 1, maybe like $6. What? But buying on bonus issue is so dumb. Adventa dip. Yeah, you could have caught this. If you, I mean, if you're a god, you could have caught the 1.8. 1.8 into 1.9. That's solid 10 cents. So if you buy whatever share size, this is a good return. If you manage to catch it, these kind of fast dips are very hard to catch. No dips are safe, dude. Dips are super risky because you never know. Will this, why would, if you don't buy here, why would you buy here, right? Especially for big candles like this. Well, Heng Yuan is slightly easier to predict just now because we have levels to work off. We have this previous bounce level, and also, I mean, I was watching the order flow and I identified some buyers. I identified that 580 was holding up quite okay. I mean, 570 was holding up because it kept getting bought up. So I decided this was good enough for me. I would try to enter. And sometimes for dips, the weird thing about dips is sometimes, even though you should wait for the buyers, sometimes you have to be the buyer as well. Sometimes you have to be the first person to go in. So I think I can confidently say that some of the dips that I bought, I get in. It looks like I get in very early, or it looks like I sniped the bottom. But that is because I patiently let the sellers let go first, and then I become the buyer. I become the first person to buy and make it look like there is buying pressure. But it's hard. It's hard to play dips. It's very hard to quantify how to enter and exit dips because you just need to just keep trying, keep learning, keep trying to catch the dips and then try to refine it slowly. Because first thing you have to know about dips is that you will never know how far it will bounce, right? I can give you a benchmark that it will bounce usually about 70% of the dip. So if it dips this much, it should bounce about this much on average. But the exit is always when people start selling. It doesn't matter if the stock rebounds like this. You're not trying to catch those. You're just trying to catch the most predictable move. You're not trying to catch the whole move, right? Because you never know when the stock will do this. So it's always safer if you trade this 100 times. And if you only catch the front move, you will make money in the long term, rather than trying to predict the big rebounds. So it doesn't look like there's much else happening. HLT is just following every other glove stock lah. All the glove stocks are same now, just slowly bleeding, giving a small rebound, and then continuing the bleed. So I'm not even gonna bother playing gloves. Just gonna see who else is making big percent gains on the day. AirAsia. AirAsia is also quite hard to trade because of how small the range is usually. So if you can see over here, look at the high and low, H and L, okay? So that tells you the highest point, the lowest point of the day. So you can kind of tell what the range is. So yesterday's range was only 6.5 cents. And the day before, the range was only 5.5 cents. So these kind of tight ranges is very hard to make money, because if you buy at the bottom and sell at the top, if you manage to really predict the bottom and predict the absolute top, you only make 6.5 cents compared to like the dip buy that I bought. Even though I didn't catch the top and the bottom, I made 20 cents off of it. Obviously, AirAsia is a small stock lah, but at the same time, there are so many better stocks out there to trade. This is not investment advice. There's so many better stocks to trade, like short-term, intraday. If you want to buy AirAsia, go ahead. Buy it at your own risk. Not many big gainers today. Aluminium, steel, is just no movement at all. So tight the range. This as well. It's just there's no proper setup for a breakout, you know. It's just dead. Solution is breaking down. So it's not a breakout, it's a breakdown. Will it break all the way down though? Set my alert there. Imagine if I filled my full size here up until I was planning to buy 200 lots. And I cash 20 cents. That's four and a half grand already. Yikes. But the win is still a win. Can't complain. So another quiet morning. Surprising for Wednesday. Usually Wednesdays are very, very strong. Maybe later in the day, when the stock starts to like show like chunks like this where they just bounce between price levels instead of forming candles, right? You can just let it be already lah. Just don't bother looking at it. So looking at the morning scenarios, the morning environment for the stocks, I can't see any potential plays today. Maybe Bintai, but it is forming the breakout pattern. But then you have to take into account all the resistance from the previous day, right? So there's one pivot here, so there's probably resistance there, probably a bit of resistance up here. That it already hit the resistance, so there's resistance here as well. So this is a lot of bumps that it has to go through. And is it even worth it? If it breaks 114, next resistance is about 126. Okay, so it's still quite okay for Bintai. If I can catch a 6 to 8 cent move, it's still quite decent. So half today is 114. 114 possible entry. Looking at the volume later, it is starting to die off though. Like you can see the candles are starting to become dojis instead of full candles. It means that there's just not much decision happening. Not enough buyers or sellers to move it in any direction. I'm less keen on trading solution. The entire looks okay. Even though they go hand in hand, so if one moves, the other will move lah. So pick your poison. Either one works. Who dipped the most? G-Cap. Serba Dynamic. So Serba Dynamic released news that I think they're doing private placement, so they're issuing more shares. That's why. That's how it usually goes. They pay someone to push the stock price up, and then they private place, so they issue shares at a higher price, even though the usual value is like 150, let's say. when they issue 150, when the investors see that, oh, the stock price is $2, then they'll just blindly go in like donkeys. But GCAP seems to be holding this range very well. Both days dipping down and recovering a bit, but still holding this 120 to 140 range. So random. Oh shit, it even hit the recent high already. I did not even notice that. GCAP. Another one of those stocks that overextend and then gives potential dip buy opportunities, but obviously these are quite hard to catch up compared to the bigger movers like Solution and Heng Yuan over the past few days. It's chilling now, very quiet morning. If you have not hit the like button, please help me tap the like button below real quick so that I feel better about myself, you know. If you have any stocks that you want me to look at, just let me know in the chat, then I'll have a look and see if there's any potential trades for the morning. Oh, stock doesn't exist, bro. Nice. Nice. I didn't know we're in kindergarten, dude. All the shit stocks, just don't even bother looking at them lah. No point. Advanta dipping as well. Everyone dipping. Indian Care Plus. All of the stocks, all of the glove stocks lah. They run one day, then they dip another day. I don't know if Public Bank might might be able to be traded later. It's surprising as it sounds. 20 ringgit stock though. I can barely catch any. 20 ringgit stock, wow. The last time I traded 20 ringgit stock was when Top Glove and Supermax was at their peak. Surprisingly, the liquidity on Public Bank is very impressive for this size, right? There's 100 over shares on each price level. Usually for these big banks, because they don't get traded that often, most of them get held for long-term investors. The price levels, each price level don't usually hold that many shares. Vivocom is moving a bit. Okay. Cool. Out of nowhere. See if we can come back down. Come back down, flatline. Then we'll watch it. Just gonna leave this on the side first. Hang Yuan doing its flatline thing. It's probably gonna flatline the whole day. But I'll just keep my alert at the bottom so that I know if it dips later. Public bank, I'm gonna put an order in case if it breaks $20. High of the day is $20.10. That is quite close to all the previous resistance. So the high of this resistance is what? $20.44. $20.44. Next pivots will be 21 already. 21.50 already. So if we break 2010, looking for 20.50, and then I mean it's not gonna go up to 21.50 lah, but it's curling up, so it's good. So it's holding an ascending support line. Obviously in our market it doesn't mean jack shit because nobody trades these. There's not many people trading these technical indicators anyway, so 8 million ringgit, sell at 20 ringgit. Let's see if there's any news going on. Four for one bonus issue. Damn. So the prices are gonna go to like 5 ringgit. £4. GDEX. Tasco. Okay, this guy. Oh, okay, it's moving still. Why is Vivocom moving? Pure goring. This kind of stuff we just don't bother unless you can give us a nice build to it. The Tasco. Wow, so flat, so ugly. Wrong stock. Wow, so ugly. Good to see that KLCI has been steadily increasing. Not much else. Not much news other than that. Watching Public Bank for a break of $20. Oh. Potential. And the volume come in. If the volume comes in, there might be potential to breakout on Bintai. It just might be potential by Bintai. What's the high? 114. Quite extended. Quite an extension from the the consolidation. Maybe I'll let it reject once and then enter on the second wave. But looks like the volume is coming in. Again, no logic for VivoCom. There's not really any point in drawing support resistance for this kind of stocks as either, because it will sell where the syndicate wants to sell it. So the operator will decide where the resistance is, because he will become the resistance. If he wants the stock to go up, he'll make sure it goes up. Okay, some slow climb on Bintai, so that's good to see. Good to see. Public Bank. This huge sell order, Public Bank. Gigantic sell order here. I wonder if there'll be enough people to clear it. If they clear 20, I'm pretty sure it will move up. It will start moving up. Ooh, it is clearing. Okay. Just as I said it managed to clear 20 all the way. Next is, wow, another big order on 20.1. I actually bought into the break of 20 because I'm anticipating a breakout. Small size, very small size. I might add on to full size at the breakout point, 20.1. It is moving. Bit of sell off. 20.1. Can it break 20.1? Watching it for a break of 20.1, and then I'll try to catch a quick break. Maybe a 10-20 cent move, possibly. Little pullback, that's fine. Let's see if we can maintain this support line. Big sell order. Very big sell order coming in. See if we can maintain this support line. Giving it a bit of space to move. Giving it some space to pull back. This is probably those big investors trying to flush out traders like me, who are trying to buy into the breakout, so let it churn a bit. That's okay. As long as it maintains this support line and it doesn't start making lower lows, then it should be fine. I'm in for 50 lots at $20, 20 ringgit. So 50 lots, 20 ringgit. Might get stopped out here. Watching the 1990 level. See if we can hold 1990. Can hold 1990 and pull back up. That would be ideal. And break through 2010, pull all the way up maybe until 2030, 2040s. So you can see the orders are at 1994 and 1996, but the candles are not updating. Yin is slowly bleeding. Bin ties, okay. If you can consolidate here, slightly closer to the breakout, it will be very good. Let's see if we can break back over 20. Okay, it's touching 20 again. Okay, there we go. We got 20. We reclaimed the 20 ringgit level. And now let's see if we can break 20.1. If it doesn't break 20.1, then I might sell it off. Churning, you can see the orders here is churning around 20 and 1998, so it's just bouncing back and forth around this level. I'll let it consolidate for a bit and see where it wants to go. If it pulls down, then I'll just let it go. It's still bouncing around this area. It's quite a lot of shares that are getting exchanged here. Surprisingly, over 200,000 shares getting exchanged at 20 ringgit. That's 4 million ringgit getting just getting like recycled, you know. Just give it some time. Let it churn. Let it keep churning. Let it keep churning. I mean, the buying interest is clearly there. It's just the question now is whether there is enough to push it over 2010. Very big buy order at 1998, so that might give us the boost we need. Can we get 20.04? Can we hit a new 5-minute high? 20.04. Whoa. Can we hit 20.04? Are we gonna hit 20.04? We should be hitting 20.04 soon. It's just no bias at all. There we go, 20.04. Okay, at least now it's churning above $20. So slowly churning up. Very slow, very slow. Binta is slowly approaching breakout. Okay, getting a bit of buying, but just not enough volume yet. I might have bought a bit early for the breakout, but okay. Looking to add into 20.1 for the break, which is my supposed usual buying spot. So watching it for 20.1. It's a big stock, so it's quite scary. Because the risk levels are just completely different. I want to see volume come in. I want to see more volume come in and clear 20.08 and 20.1. Looks like we are still churning. Those who see the big order at 20.1 are deciding to sell already. Deciding to get out. But I'm holding, anticipating the breakout. More sell orders coming in, which is not so great. But seems like we can maintain this level, I think. We just need to touch 20.1. And we crack 20.1. We just need a burst of buyers. A 3 million sell on 20.1. 20.1. But the volume is just very thin right now. Even though the setup's quite nice. Okay, there's a bit of buying coming on now. Need to see 20.1 start to clear out. Just need a bit more buys. Just need another like 500 lots to go in. And I think it can start to move already. Watching for volume here, watching for the volume, and also watching the order for Watching the order for this number to go down slowly, or watch those buy orders come in. Slowly clearing, that's good. I want to see the volume come in. Clear. Yep. Okay. I'm adding at 20.1. Maybe slightly early. It's okay. And getting some selling going on here. I might have added a bit early. But let's see. Bit of selling happening. It's okay. I'm willing to give it some room to breathe. Since I sized in quite small, so I can hold for the risk, and I can tank the risk. So these are my 2 entries so far. Getting public bank off of the news of bonus issue. People love to buy on bonus issue for some reason. Holding 100 lots, so 10,000 shares. Average cost 20.05. Looking for the break above 20.1. Hopefully it doesn't sell off too hard. I calculated correctly. My risk, I'm risking 19.9. So there is still a lot of space for it to come down before I get stopped out. I'm risking 19.9 here. Quite a large risk. Quite a large risk, yes. But since it's such a big stock, I need to increase the range of my risk. Because for a large stock like this, moving 10 cents is it's very small in terms of percentage. It's just 0.5% when it moves 10 cents. But I'm watching it for 20. If it breaks 20, then I'm not too confident already. If it starts to break down the 20 ringgit line, I might sell half my position. I might sell this position. Cut half of it first. And then if it breaks back above 20.1, then I'll add in again. Hoping to see it hold, but you can see the orders on the side, so you can see that 20 ringgit price point is holding slightly. 90,000 shares. I hate stocks that like slowly churn up like this. Bintai is moving up as well. I'm not sure if I have enough capital to play both at once. I should be able. But I'm not sure if I will even try to play both at once. Still watching Public Bank. Very, very slow. Very, very, very slow. But at least it is still holding the 20 ringgit line. Set my alert here in case I'm looking at something else when this breaks down. Okay, a nice slow churn from Bintai. Check this up a bit. L still moving a bit. Why is L still moving? Very small moves. Still confident that it will break out because just how this stock has been slowly grinding upwards. So a bit of sell-off is not too surprising. Just churning a lot. Just churning and churning and churning a lot. And we are approaching 10 a.m. already, so I'll end the stream after this trade. Hopefully this trade doesn't take so long. Hopefully it starts to move soon. Well, so for the rest of the day, probably not gonna watch any of these stocks anymore. We'll continue watching my screener. And probably only Bintai so far is the only one that I see potential in. Right now, still the same old. Churning at 20.02. Gonna be a millionaire in 4 weeks. Buy Tesla stock, all in Tesla stock. Sell your house, sell your car, all in Tesla stock. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, since it's approaching 10 o'clock already, I might have to end the stream. Make sure you're following my Instagram so that you can, because I'll most likely post the outcome of this trade on there. So if you haven't already, please hit the like button. It's very good for me, and follow me on Instagram so that you can keep track of my trades, because I post my trades on there every day. And I'll most likely just update the outcome of this trade on Instagram. because this might take a while. I might just dump my whole position right now, actually. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out at 20. It's okay. I'll take a $500 loss. So in at 20, in at 20.1. This, in hindsight, this entry was a bit early. This entry was a bit early. I saw the volume come in, but right after I bought, no more volume came in, so unlucky. All good. Net on the day probably like 1k. So I'll just take that and run. I'll still watch this for a break above 20.1. Not sure if I'll bother trading it though. I'm just gonna keep my eye on Bin Tai. Try to catch Bin Tai for the breakout. What gaming channel? I don't game, bro. It's all grind. All grind. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. For those who are watching currently, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. And if you've missed any of my previous streams, it's all on my channel. It gets uploaded every day. So you can see all of my replays over the previous few streams. And yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. See you. Probably won't be streaming tomorrow morning because I gotta head to the office. So I'll see you guys on Friday morning.